Once again, Alfonso Velez and The Weather. That is the title track from his forthcoming second record. Will Rast at our piano, Jerry Busher playing our drums, Jeff Ratner playing his own bass. And that's live here in our Soundcheck studio. And Alfonso, I mean, I have to ask, your name is Alfonso Velez. People see that name on a billboard or a placard or whatever, and they may come in expecting to hear a very different sort of music.
I've had it happen before. Yeah, I'm a product of modern times, I guess, you know.
I mean, Jose Gonzalez, the Swedish singer-songwriter, has kind of a similar thing, I guess.
He
where,
really does.
You know, where people expect one thing and then get something completely different.
You know, we don't get to choose our names, and I certainly feel like, you know, naming myself something different for the purpose of a genre wouldn't really be all that honest.
Before doing this kind of acoustic folk rock stuff, you were in a genuine indie rock band, electric guitar strapped on,
I was
all that kind of stuff.
I was in D.C. I couldn't get a gig playing any of these songs, and so some buddies of me, we basically got together, put together an indie rock band, and started touring from Toronto to Georgia, and you know it worked, but there was just such a calling for this work to come out, and I had written a lot of these songs while on the road with that other band, so. It was a great band. Monopoly was a really good experience for me.
So that was Monopoly, but now it's you solo, and as you say, you know, these songs, you told us before, they needed to be in English, it felt.
Yeah.
But you think that down the road there might be some songs in Spanish?
I think there's some stories that have to be told in another tongue, and when you hear people like Cesaria Evora, you know, she can only do
a great singer from Cape Verde.
And I take a lot from her, you know. Fernando Delgadillo from Mexico as well. He's quite the poet, and I'm a big fan of his work. And so I'm hoping that down the line maybe I can live in different cities and adopt the languages and put out records in those languages. I think it would make for a great artistry.
When after all that traveling in your youth, I thought maybe you would settled.
I got to get old at some point, you know. I got to keep... gray hairs on my head. You know?
So there will. New York is not it. You're not fully settled here.
Oh, who knows? This is life.
All right.
You know.
Alfonso Velez will be at New York's Rockwood Music Hall on Friday, December 5th. The forthcoming album is called The Weather. Alfonso, to you and the gang, thanks so much for joining us and playing for us today.
Thank you so much, John.
She turns to me now. She knows what she's doing. She's queen of the night. She's ruling my kingdom. We sing the refrain. We're laughing like children. The morning.
That's going to do it for today's show. Tomorrow on Soundcheck, for a certain generation, the cassette mixtape was the ultimate audio Valentine. They could spark or end a relationship. We'll look at a new website that lets you revisit those old mixtapes. And Roseanne Cash and Mark O'Connor perform in the WNYC studio tomorrow on Soundcheck. Our technical director is Irene Trudell. Our engineer today was John Delore. The program is produced by Brian Wise and Joel Meyer. Our executive producer is Gisele Regatau, and we had help today from Daniel Capalbo and Rob Christensen. I'm John Schaefer. Be with us again at this time tomorrow for the next Soundcheck here at 93.9 FM, WNYC.
And I say, yeah, 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 oh, yeah, 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 hell yeah.
Thanks for listening to WNYC On Demand. Please check out our other programs at WNYC.org or on iTunes. This free service is made possible by our listeners. Become a member of WNYC today.